All right, so you're getting ready for a belt builder interview.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We've got some RoleCatcher resources here to help
Right.
you really stand out.
That's right.
We're going to deep dive into common questions you might face.
Okay.
Try to figure out the best way to approach them,
Yeah.
and even uncover some insights about the belt builder career path along the way.
And we'll even take a look at how RoleCatcher's AI can give you a really personalized edge in your prep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But first, let's make sure we're all on the same page.
Okay.
What exactly does a belt builder do?
Right?
It sounds pretty straightforward, but I bet there's more to it than meets the eye.
You're absolutely right. Think
Mm.
about those massive conveyor belts you see in factories or
Right.
industrial settings.
Huge.
The belt builder is the one who constructs those,
Wow.
carefully layering rubberized fabric,
Okay.
making precise cuts, and using specialized rollers and stitchers to bond everything together.
Wow.
It's a craft that requires both technical skill and an eye for detail.
It's fascinating to think about the precision involved.
Mm-hmm.
Those belts have to be incredibly strong and durable to handle all sorts of materials and conditions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a skilled belt builder knows how to get the tension and alignment just right so that the belt runs smoothly and efficiently.
Okay, so let's dive into the interview itself.
Okay.
One of the first questions you might encounter is, what motivated you to apply for this role?
Right.
It seems simple,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a chance to make a strong first impression.
It is.
What's the best way to approach this one?
This is where you want to go beyond just saying, I need a job.
Yeah.
Think about what specifically drew you to this line of work.
Okay.
Do you enjoy working with your hands and seeing a tangible result of your efforts?
Maybe you're fascinated by the machinery and the process of building something complex from scratch?
Right.
Right.
Or perhaps you're drawn to the vital role these belts play in so many different industries.
Mm-hmm.
Connect your passions and skills to the work a belt builder actually does.
So it's about finding that genuine connection
Mm-hmm.
and letting your enthusiasm shine through.
It is.
What would make you excited to come to work each day as a belt builder?
Mm-hmm.
Figure that out and you'll nail this question.
Absolutely.
Now, and another question that often comes up is, what experience do you have with industrial sewing machines?
Right.
This is where your technical skills come into play.
Yes, this is very important.
And I imagine those industrial machines are a far cry from your average home sewing machine.
Absolutely. They are heavy duty and require specialized training to operate safely and effectively.
Wow.
Be honest and specific about the models you've used and any relevant certifications or training you have.
Okay, so what if you don't have direct experience on those exact machines?
Right.
What if you're coming from a different area of manufacturing
Mm-hmm.
or have experience with other types of equipment?
That's where you highlight transferable skills.
Ah.
Have you worked with other complex machinery?
Okay.
Are you comfortable in a workshop environment? Employers want to see that you're a fast learner and eager to master new equipment.
So even if you don't have experience on those specific machines,
Right.
focus on your adaptability and willingness to learn.
Yes,
Those are valuable qualities in any manufacturing role.
they are for sure.
Now, here's a question that allows you to showcase your attention to detail.
Okay.
How do you ensure the quality of the belts you produce?
Right.
This is all about demonstrating your commitment to precision and craftsmanship.
It is.
It's not just about making sure it looks good.
Right.
It's about understanding the specific standards and tolerances required for a high-performing belt.
Exactly. Think about the tools and processes you use to maintain quality.
Right.
Do you use calipers for precise measurements?
Okay.
Do you visually inspect each layer of fabric for flaws?
Yeah.
Do you perform any specific tests to ensure the belt meets the required specifications?
This is your chance to really dive into the specifics.
It is.
Don't just say, I make sure it's done right.
Right.
Paint a picture of your meticulous approach to quality control.
And think about a time you went above and beyond to ensure a flawless product.
Ooh, that's good.
Maybe you caught a subtle flaw that others missed,
Yeah.
or you came up with a creative solution to improve a process. Sharing a specific anecdote can really make your answer stand out.
It's a great tip.
Yeah.
Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about problem solving.
Okay.
Can you describe a time you had to troubleshoot a technical issue with a machine?
Right.
This one is all about showcasing your ability to think on your feet and handle unexpected challenges.
This is what we call a behavioral question,
Yeah.
and they're very common in interviews.
Mm-hmm.
The interviewer wants to see how you approach problems,
Okay.
how you think critically,
Right.
and what steps you take to find solutions.
So how do you prepare for a question like this?
Yeah.
It's not like you can predict exactly what problem they'll ask about.
Right. But you can have a few examples ready to go. Think about times when you faced a technical challenge on the job. What was the problem? What steps did you take to diagnose it?
Okay.
What resources did you consult?
Yep.
And most importantly, how did you ultimately resolve the issue?
And don't be afraid to talk about a time you made a mistake, as long as you learned from it.
Absolutely.
Employers value that kind of self-awareness and honesty.
They do.
It shows that you're willing to learn and grow.
In fact, sharing a story about a time you turned a mistake into a learning experience can be incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
It demonstrates your resilience and commitment to continuous improvement.
So talk about showcasing your motivation,
Right.
technical skills, attention to detail, and problem-solving abilities.
Right.
But there's another aspect to being a successful belt builder that's often overlooked.
You're talking about working effectively in a team environment, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And thankfully, RoleCatcher's Guide provides some great insights on how to navigate those team-oriented interview questions.
It does, and we're going to delve into those right after a quick look at how RoleCatcher's AI can help you tailor your answers and practice your delivery.
Okay.
It's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
That sounds incredibly helpful.
Yeah.
But first, let's take a quick peek at some of those career insights from RoleCatcher's Belt Builder Guide.
Okay. Before we jump into those team-focused questions, let's quickly touch on how RoleCatcher's AI can be a real game changer for your interview prep.
I'm all ears. I've heard so much about how AI is transforming the job search process.
It really is.
Yeah.
With RoleCatcher's AI, you can upload the job description for the specific belt builder role you're applying for.
Yeah.
And the AI will analyze it to pinpoint the skills and keywords the employer is looking for.
So it's not just about giving you generic interview advice.
Right.
It's about tailoring your answers to the specific job you want.
Precisely. The AI can help you identify the most relevant examples from your experience.
Okay.
Craft compelling answers and even practice your delivery.
Wow.
Giving you feedback on your pacing tone and body language.
That's amazing.
It's like having a virtual interview coach right there with you.
It sounds like it takes a lot of the guesswork and stress out of interview preparation.
Absolutely. And now let's get back to those career insights from RoleCatcher's Guide.
Okay.
One thing that stood out to me is the variety of career paths available to belt builders.
Oh, that's interesting. I tend to think of it as a pretty specialized role. But I guess there's more to it than that.
You're right. It is specialized, but within that specialization, there's room for growth and different areas of focus.
Okay.
For example, some belt builders might specialize in heavy-duty belts for mining or construction, while others might focus on high-speed conveyor systems for food processing or manufacturing.
So you could really carve out a niche for yourself
Yeah.
based on your interests and skills.
Exactly. And as you gain experience, you might move into more supervisory or management roles,
Okay.
overseeing teams of belt builders or even taking on project management responsibilities.
That's great to know. It sounds like there's a real opportunity for career advancement in this field.
There definitely is, especially with the increasing demand for skilled tradespeople.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of skills,
Okay.
the guide also highlights the importance of staying up to date with industry trends and new technologies.
That makes sense. Technology is evolving so rapidly these days.
Right.
It's essential to keep learning and adapting.
Right. So as you're preparing for your interview,
Okay.
think about how you stay current in your field.
Hmm.
Do you read industry publications?
Okay.
Attend conferences or workshops?
Yeah.
Take online courses?
Even just following relevant blogs or forums can be a great way to stay informed.
Exactly. The key is to show the interviewer that you're proactive about your professional development
Right.
and that you're committed to continuous learning.
Okay, so we've touched on some valuable career insights. Now let's get back to those interview questions.
Okay.
Specifically those that focus on teamwork and collaboration.
Right.
After all, building a complex conveyor belt is rarely a solo effort.
You're absolutely right. Strong teamwork skills are essential for a belt builder.
Yeah.
So let's say the interviewer asks,
Okay.
can you describe a time when you had to work as part of a team to complete a challenging belt building project?
Okay.
How would you approach this question?
Well, I know the STAR method is a great framework for answering behavioral questions. Could we apply that here?
Absolutely. Remember, STAR stands for situation,
Right.
task action,
Okay.
and result.
Got it.
So first you'd set the scene by describing the specific project and the challenges involved.
Okay.
What type of belt were you building?
Mm.
What were the deadlines and specifications?
Then you'd outline your specific role and responsibilities within the team.
Right.
What tasks were you assigned? What were your goals?
Next, you delve into the actions you took to contribute to the team's success.
Okay.
How did you communicate with your teammates? How did you collaborate to overcome obstacles?
Okay.
Did you take any initiative to streamline processes or improve efficiency?
And finally, you describe the results of your efforts.
Right.
Did the team complete the project on time and to the required standard? What did you learn from this experience about working effectively in a team?
That's a perfect example of how to use the STAR method to craft a compelling answer that highlights your teamwork skills. And remember, it's not just about describing the task itself. It's about showcasing those soft skills like communication, collaboration, and problem solving.
So let's say the interviewer follows up with a question like, how do you handle conflicts or disagreements within a team?
Right.
This one can be a bit trickier.
It can be, but it's an important one to be prepared for. Employers want to see that you can navigate those inevitable interpersonal challenges in a constructive and professional manner.
So it's not about saying, I've never had a conflict with a teammate.
Right.
It's about demonstrating your ability to handle disagreements effectively.
Exactly. Think about a time when you faced a conflict within a team setting.
Okay.
What was the source of the disagreement? What steps did you take to address it?
Okay.
Did you actively listen to your teammates' perspective? Did you try to find a compromise or solution that worked for everyone involved?
And again, it's important to focus on the outcome. Were you able to resolve the conflict and maintain a positive working relationship?
That's the key. Employers are looking for candidates who can contribute to a harmonious and productive work environment.
Okay, so we've covered teamwork and conflict resolution. What about leadership?
Right.
Even if you haven't held a formal leadership position, are there ways to demonstrate leadership potential in an interview?
Absolutely. Leadership isn't just about having a title. It's about taking initiative, motivating others, and inspiring those around you to do their best work.
So if the interviewer asks,
yes,
can you describe a time when you demonstrated leadership qualities? What kind of examples could you share?
Think about times when you stepped up to help a colleague who was struggling.
Okay.
Or when you took charge of a challenging task that others were hesitant to tackle.
Yeah.
Maybe you volunteered to train a new employee or came up with a creative solution that improved a process.
So even in a non-managerial role, there are opportunities to showcase those leadership qualities.
Exactly. And remember, the STAR method can be your guide here too.
Right.
Set the scene, describe your role, outline your actions, and highlight the positive outcome.
Okay, so we've talked about teamwork,
Right.
conflict resolution, and leadership.
Yes.
What about safety?
Okay.
I imagine that's a top priority in a role like belt builder.
It is.
Where you're working with heavy machinery and potentially hazardous materials.
Safety is absolutely paramount in this field.
Yeah.
Employers want to see that you have a deep understanding of safety protocols and a commitment to maintaining a safe work environment for yourself and everyone around you.
So if the interviewer asks, how do you prioritize safety in your work?
Right.
What kind of details should you include in your answer?
This is where you really want to showcase your knowledge of safety regulations and best practices.
Okay.
Mention your familiarity with OSHA guidelines.
Okay.
Lockout, tagout procedures.
Yeah.
Proper use of personal protective equipment.
Okay.
And machine guarding.
It's not just about saying safety is important.
Right.
It's about demonstrating a deep understanding of the specific measures that need to be taken to prevent accidents and injuries.
Exactly. And think about specific examples of how you've prioritized safety in your previous roles.
Okay.
Did you ever identify a potential hazard and take steps to correct it? Did you ever speak up to remind a colleague about proper safety procedures?
These examples show that you're not just following rules blindly. You're actively engaged in creating a safe and responsible work environment.
Right. And remember, a strong safety record is a huge asset in any manufacturing role.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It demonstrates your commitment to protecting yourself, your colleagues, and the company's reputation.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from teamwork and leadership to safety and problem solving. But there's one more key area we need to address, adapting to new technologies.
That's a crucial one, especially in a field like manufacturing where technology is constantly evolving.
Yeah?
Employers want to see that you're adaptable, eager to learn new skills,
Okay.
and comfortable embracing change.
So if the interviewer asks, how do you stay up to date with the latest advancements in belt building technology?
Right.
How should you approach this question?
This is where you can showcase your proactive approach to learning. Talk about any industry publications or online forums you follow,
Right.
any conferences or workshops you've attended, or any courses you've taken to expand your skill set.
Even just mentioning that you're interested in learning about specific new technologies like automation or advanced materials can show that you're forward-thinking and committed to staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly. Employers want to see that you're not content with just doing things the way they've always been done.
Right.
You're eager to embrace innovation and find ways to improve processes and products.
Okay, so we've covered a wide range of potential interview questions, from those focusing on your technical skills and experience to those assessing your teamwork, leadership, and adaptability.
Right.
But I think there's one more crucial element to interview success that we haven't touched on yet.
You're talking about that intangible quality that can really make a candidate stand out. The
Yeah.
ability to project confidence and enthusiasm, right?
Yeah. Bingo, you can have all the right answers.
Yeah.
But if you come across as bored, disinterested, or unsure of yourself,
Yeah.
it's not going to make a lasting impression.
It's true. Employers want to see that spark, that genuine passion for the work.
Yeah.
They want to feel confident that you're going to bring energy, dedication, and a positive attitude to the role.
So how do you project that confidence and enthusiasm in an interview setting?
Right.
It can be nerve-wracking, especially if you're feeling a bit anxious or intimidated.
First and foremost, be genuinely interested in the role and the company.
Sure.
Do your research beforehand.
Okay.
And understand their values, their
Yeah.
products, their culture.
Okay.
That way you can speak authentically about why you're drawn to working there.
That makes sense. It shows that you've gone the extra mile
Yeah.
and that you're not just sending out generic applications.
Right. And during the interview itself,
Okay.
make eye contact, smile, and
Okay.
try to relax.
Right.
It's a conversation, not an interrogation.
It's about connecting with the interviewer on a human level, letting your personality shine through, and showing that you're genuinely excited about the opportunity.
And don't be afraid to ask thoughtful questions.
Ooh, that's good.
It shows that you're curious,
Yeah.
engaged, and genuinely interested in learning more about the role and the company.
It's also a chance to gather information to make sure this is the right fit for you.
Right.
It's a two-way street after all.
Exactly. Now, here's a tip that's often overlooked.
Okay.
Practice.
Okay.
Practice your answers out loud.
Yeah.
Maybe even do a mock interview with a friend or mentor.
That's where RoleCatcher's AI can be incredibly helpful.
Yeah.
You can practice with the AI and get feedback on your delivery, your pacing, your body language, and even the content of your answers.
It's like having a virtual interview coach right there in your pocket,
right there in your pocket.
giving you personalized feedback and helping you refine your approach.
It's amazing how technology can really level up our interview game these days.
It is.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into acing your belt builder interview, let's recap those key takeaways.
Okay.
First and foremost, preparation is key.
Yes.
Research the role, the company,
Right.
practice your answers using the STAR method,
Yep.
and leverage RoleCatcher's AI for personalized feedback.
Absolutely.
Highlight those key skills: attention to detail,
Yep.
problem solving,
Mm-hmm.
quality control,
Yeah, yes.
safety consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
teamwork,
Right.
leadership,
Yeah.
and adaptability.
And don't forget that secret sauce.
Yeah.
Project enthusiasm and confidence.
I like it.
Let them see your passion for the work.
It's all about presenting yourself as a skilled, motivated, and enthusiastic candidate who's ready to contribute to the team.
Exactly.
And remember, RoleCatcher is an incredible resource to help you through every stage of your job search journey.
It is.
It's like having a personal career coach and a tech-savvy assistant all rolled into one, empowering you with the tools and knowledge to succeed.
Now, as you continue on your career journey,
Okay.
here's something to ponder.
Yeah.
What are the emerging technologies in belt manufacturing, and how can you position yourself to be at the forefront of innovation?
That's a great question to keep in mind as you move forward. Keep learning, keep growing, and good luck with that interview.